Boom, boom.
Okay, folks, today I actually got it into windowed mode and it immediately hooked, and we're not having the latency issues as far as I know. Things are working out to actually look like they're going to be smooth today. I'm going to play as the veteran again. We're going to go into, let's go into the first episode of Doom, and let's go right into it. So, for those of you unaware, this is my Doom mod, the Velanian Crisis. A lot of the enemies are the same. There's a few modified enemies that... just a minute, I've got to turn down the game volume because I can't hear myself in the side thing. But there's a few enemies in the game that I've added. I'm actually working on more enemies right now. Get out of here. And so right now it is just a bunch of weapons, but as I'm moving along I'm adding more stuff. Yeah, so today there's no camera feed. Unfortunately, my webcam has absolutely crapped out on me. I ended up buying a like $30 webcam off of Amazon some time ago, and it is glitching to heaven and gone lately, so we're just not going to bother with the webcam for a couple streams until I can actually get a new one. But I just picked up the active camouflage module for the suit. That should fade off here pretty soon, but yeah, for about a year I was working on this Doom mod. Almost all the weapons, most of the weapons, started out as like 5 or 6 sprites. So this one started out, I believe, as like, what it was, like 8 sprites, and then it took me like 24 hours to just get the reload animations, the pump animations, and that stuff made. And then I went in and coded it and all that stuff for all the ammo types, which we've got slugs, we've got flechette rounds, which are just the normal shells with a little more damage and more accuracy. And then we got frag 12 rounds, which are fun. Hey, the Demon's Bane, that's a rare pickup. Cool. This was actually the first weapon in the game. Hello. This was a gun that I was drawing originally for a total conversion I was going to do. And then all of a sudden I was like, hey, let's put ornate stuff on it and make it into something. And it turned out to be this really rudimentary looking blocky thing. And I had a friend shade it for me, and then I had another friend shade it again. And then another friend came through and animated the sprites a little smoother for the reload, and I ended up with this shotgun that I programmed and wrote the script for myself. So, hey, welcome to the stream. So yeah, like what you're seeing right now, what I'm streaming right now is a Doom mod that I spent about a year on, and I'm still trying to get the motivation to go back to it. I've got to make a lot more monster types because a lot of the weapons right now, I've got, I think it's like 2 weapons for each slot except for the melee weapons. And, oh, thank you. This was actually the first gun I put into the mod. And if you click both, so it's interesting, the mechanics of this gun. I have left button and right button as 1 barrel each instead of like, a lot of mods you'll see it, so one will click and it'll fire both barrels, the other one will do individual barrels. But I made it so this will fire 1 barrel at a time per button. And if you click them both at the same time, you get that double barrel fire. that was done in ZScript. Why is this body blocking me from going in? Hello, collision physics? Whatever. ZScript is actually really flexible. I'm actually using 3 different programming languages in this. Doom has Decorate, ACS, and ZScript available to it. ZScript is kind of akin to like C++. So you're a lot more flexible. You can do a lot more with it. The mods I used that were from the community were the HUD belongs to Schrodinger. I reached out to him personally. He's one of those guys that says, hey, go ahead and use it as long as you give credit. That's in the credits file. Let's see. I also use Nashgore. He said go ahead and use it as long as there's credit. The flashlight is from Dark Doom. And yeah. So the ACS is the messages you see for like the night vision and all the suit modules. Hey, the bubble shield. Yeah. That was a pain in the butt to actually program. Gives you 30 seconds of invulnerability and then gives you a minute cooldown and you can use it again. This is pretty much a clone of my assault rifle if I have it yet. There we go. I forgot I have the grenade launcher on this thing. Almost, I would have blown myself up there. But there's 2 plasma rifles. There's this one, which is kind of the base model, and then there's the it's kind of a remake of the original plasma rifle. This has a burst mode, and then it has a smaller version of the black hole grenade that the normal plasma rifle has. We'll have to get that eventually to really demonstrate it, but that's in later levels. I don't even know if you get the plasma rifle in this first episode. For demonstrations purposes, I may just pull the stops and give myself all the weapons, because that's what I usually do to showcase the weaponry when people get into the stream. This is the Glock 18. This started out as 4 sprites. I ended up making reload sprites and firing animations for it. My goodness, I remember spending days in GIMP just trying to get like... So a lot of this isn't me redrawing the sprites, it's getting the angles just right, rotating things and whatnot. It was pretty straightforward, but when you're making like 20, 30 sprites, it gets to the point where you spend hours just getting them just right, so they animate right, and then you end up having to set up the offsets so that they all kind of stack on top of each other when the animations play. For those not aware, like the way Doom works, I'm sure there's people out there that are kind of familiar with it, but I didn't want that gun. I wanted this one. Doom kind of works like a flip book. All the sprites are individual frames that get played through time and stuff like that. It actually, so when I was doing my software engineering degree, which I jumped out of because I was originally going into software engineering to make enough money to start a local academy for kids with autism. And I found out that Oregon Tech offers a master's program in applied behavioral analysis focused on autism spectrum disorder. I'm on the spectrum myself, and I really want to help kids on the spectrum be able to thrive, give them the opportunities I had to go to school and, you know, make it in life. And so I jumped into applied psychology, but this kind of just became a hobby at that point, and that's why the priority just kind of dwindled off. But I worked on this throughout the period of about a year, and I actually have a full GitHub repository of all the releases and all the code and everything. Schrodinger is a guy that, there's a guy in the Doom community named Schrodinger. But he's pretty cool. He made Cat's Visor HUD. Just look it up. It's one of the mini HUD mods out there. He kind of took, I think he took inspiration from, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to do it. Okay, here we go, folks. I gave myself the weapons, so we're going to do this the easy way. So the alt fire of this, as you can see, primary fire just does a oversized plasma bolt. This acts just like the BFG fire. This is ludicrous mode. So this takes about 30 seconds to actually fire up, but as soon as the shield comes up, you get put into Buddha mode, which gets you down to 1 health and you won't die if you get hit. And enemies run away, which he's not running, but then you get like 13 seconds of fire, which I just fell down a pit, so that's not going to help me a whole lot. But this will kill a Cyber Demon in like no time at all. It's funny because there's mods that literally like cluster you with Cyber Demons, and it's fun to use that in that. This is a gun that I literally added in the game as a meme. You don't find this very often at all. It's a chain gun pickup, but it's very rare to find it in place of the chain gun. It's a 20mm cannon. So it's kind of a meme weapon. That is the base plasma rifle. You'll find it picked up from other enemies. I actually need to make some troopers that can haul that weapon around, because it does drop in place of the assault rifle occasionally. You already kind of saw that at work. This is a scaled down version of the Doom plasma rifle, so the sprite's a little bit smaller, and I also made it look like it's smoother when it fires. It doesn't look as blocky. I also made it have a spread, and this is the fun part. Black hole grenade that pulls enemies into it, as you can see, like that, and then blows them up. That was a pretty simple little thing to do. Actually, I'm looking at making a full tutorial line of like how to program in Z-Script and stuff. Just about blew myself up there trying to get up here. There we go. This was by far the most problematic weapon for me to program. And the simple reason why is, as you can see, there's an ammo window on the clip. And that ammo window was a royal pain in the ass to program for, because when you got down to the last 4 rounds, there were some glitches that when the weapon would go down, so like when you raise and lower a weapon, it would literally get to the point. So the way this works is I actually have 2 ammo counters. So I have one for the ammo window and I have one for the gun itself. And those both relate to the reloading code. And so once the ammo window is all the way down, the reloading code will initiate the reload. But if there's not enough ammo to reload, I have to say, hey, there's not enough ammo. And the problem is if there was enough ammo to fire the gun, but there wasn't enough ammo in the ammo window, the gun would literally just glitch out and not come back up ever again. So you couldn't use it after it glitched out. But that rocket launcher has, I don't remember how many rockets, but it has a homing rocket, it has a high velocity ripper rocket, which rips through enemies, let's try not to blow myself up here, has grenade rounds, which use shamelessly the metal slug explosions because they look good. There's an eagle hunter somewhere. There he is. Has a cluster. Has one that empties the entire clip, which is fun. And then I'm going to God mode because this will literally blow me up if I get hit by it. This is a cluster bomb, and it blew up in the other area. Dang it. So we need an open space for this, but bottom line is this is a grenade that will launch you. I can't even demonstrate this because it's not even like... I'll do something in a little bit that will demonstrate this perfectly. I have this mod called Compendium that has a shooting range, and I can demonstrate that a lot better. The rocket jump is hilarious too. so that's episode 1. I think we're going to go to episode 2 because we'll actually potentially run into some of the Cacodemon variants. That's one of the main enemies I've made variants for. So hopefully we'll get into a Pinata Caco here somewhere. But we'll have to wait and see. Yes, Demon's Bane. Good shotgun. I'm out of ammo. Dang. Now I'm not. Don't want slug rounds. Let's see. Any ammo? Nope. Hey, there's some. Shells. Yay. Problem is, in this level, you get into such close quarters with the Cacodemons, I may not be able to demonstrate them, but we'll see. Okay, the veteran can make this jump. There we go. And also, like, so each class has their own benefits. The commando starts with a night vision module. Oh, I don't want to be close to him. When he blows up, let me demonstrate why, actually. So when that explosion happens, it actually makes a call called a mushroom. He spews out candy everywhere. It's an Easter egg enemy. It's pretty rare. But it's a joke enemy I put in there. I don't want to take the Doom mod too seriously. I want there to be a couple, you know, little Easter eggs here and there. The candy at this point, hilariously, is the only healing item that will allow you to heal up to 300 health. But if you get too greedy, he will blow you up. And that A mushroom call that makes it come out in a neat little fountain shape, that's a Demon Bane soldier. There we go. Actually does the same damage as a rocket does. And there's 2 of those calls when he blows up. So, as you can see, it's like getting hit by 2 rockets. Let's see here. There's another Cacodemon variant called the Mama Cacodemon. I used the call that the Pain Elemental does to spew out 3 Lost Souls. The bad part is that for some reason, if the mother Cacodemon is right up against the wall, the babies die like instantly. I'm gonna have to do some research into like how to fix that because it's really frustrating. Because if I want it to be a viable enemy type, I really need it to actually not kill the enemies it spews out, but let's see what kind of variant we got this time over here. Okay, let's go in here. That's just a standard Cacodemon. Plasma rifle? Ah, it's the bat. It's the lower tier one, but that's okay. I like the reload animation for this, so you can do the cooldown effect anytime you want with this one. The way this one works is it doesn't really have a reload timer. It just has a overheat mechanic, and so once you fire 30 rounds, it quote unquote overheats. It's just a fancy reload mechanic, but it's not the same thing as a clip. It's just after you fired 30 shots, which in 4 shots it will overheat. It does the overheat thing. Okay, he's gonna blow up on me. Yeah, as you can see, I have 280 health right now. The veteran already starts out with 150. Each class starts out with their own amount of health. Let's see if she spews out the babies. We'll see. Yeah, as you can see, the other 2 died. There's supposed to be 3 of the babies, but it's just a minor issue that I've got to work out. Ashwin, you were talking about wanting to play old school Doom. I'm actually looking at, instead of just doing a live stream, I'm looking at making, I haven't made a video for a few months now. I'm actually looking at making not just a series about like how to make basic weapons and stuff. I'm looking at making a basic series of how to get ZDL, GZ Doom, that stuff like set up so you can get a nice kind of neat package to run Doom on a modern PC with all the perks of GZ Doom. I personally like it more, so let me show you guys a little bit of what I like more. One of my friends was like, oh, I don't like that post-processing, but for me, I like it a little bit more when we have the high-quality rescales on, just to smooth things out a bit, but as you can see. But some people like the pixel perfect kind of thing. Shameless plug, if you are interested, like and subscribe. I'm trying to get some more subscribers going. I just ended up buying a XVGA XR1 streaming card. I'm looking at trying some experiments with it. I already did a Switch stream with it, but I'm actually looking at, I have a second PC. It's got a 1050, just 1050, not TI. 2 gigabytes of RAM, not much. But I'm thinking about using it as a secondary streaming PC, so that I can have full power available for my main gaming PC when I stream. So I've got the gear, I've got the double monitor set up. I've just got to get a couple more things set up. I've got to get another DisplayPort cable to HDMI so I can have my second monitor, because it's a pure HDMI and I only got one HDMI port on my card. So I've been trying to experiment a little bit. I'm trying to get a viewership so that it's kind of worth my time. And so yeah, if you want to check in more often, I do stream semi-daily. Depends on the mood I'm in and depending on the amount of schoolwork I've got. I'm taking 4 classes right now. I'm in the last term of my associate's degree, so I'm kind of at the crunch time and just getting done with the last bit of my degree, which is awesome. I'm so glad I'm done with it. I took like 10 years to get there, so took me like 5 different major changes and a whole bunch of classes later, but I'm finally there, so it feels good. I'm honestly thinking about trying something, but it will require me going to the intermission screen just to toss up Doom a bit. I know, I'm pretty sure I have Dark Doom somewhere on this mess of a computer, but it makes things a lot more spooky, but let's see. I'm just gonna go and cheat my way into here. Let's see. I can jump. But I can't jump up there. Yes, I can. Never mind. Get out of here. What other guns do I got? I'm waiting to get some more guns here. Hopefully the plasma rifle over here is a different variant of it. No! Dang it. Yeah, the higher tiers of the weapons are pretty rare to get, so it makes it worth it when you finally do find that upper tier plasma rifle or the other stuff, because the base weapons are already kind of slightly OP. I have the assault rifle. I like using it. So this one has a triple burst and a single shot DMR mode. The DMR rounds actually do more damage. It's just a matter of your tringle finger. Here I am slurring here. Trigger finger. Let's see here. Get out of here. I think it takes, let me see. I think it takes like 2 or 3 shots to kill an imp with this, but with the automatic it takes a little bit, they're a little more spongy with the fully automatic fire. Ooh, hello. I am not taking Lost Souls on with a chainsaw. Grenade launcher and automatic weapons, at the very least. Die. goodness gracious. I hate Lost Souls. They're one of the most annoying enemy variants in the entire game. Because you'll be like hanging out and they'll just whack you out of absolutely nowhere. They just come out of left field. Hey, welcome to the stream, to our third viewer. Just playing a little bit of my Doom mod that I worked on for about a year. As I was explaining to them, all the weapons that you're seeing, I ended up putting about a year into coding and whatnot. Many of the sprites, I spent a lot of time building from the ground up. Oh, cool! It's Longma. Welcome to the stream, man. He's actually a dude I know in real life. And he's somebody that you should check out. He's just starting to stream. But yeah, let's get into this right away. I know there's a chain gun over here, so I'm gonna just rush over here and see what one we got. Just the standard one, but that's okay. I love the triple barrel one. So this is, oh, hello. That one actually spawned the baby cacodemons. So this is originally on Realm 667, I got this sprite. And it was originally just like this stationary gun that had a muzzle flash. It wouldn't retract like that. And so I was like, that would be such a cool chain gun for like a triple barrel chain gun. So this thing actually fires 3 shots per shot. I mean, the thing is OP as all get up. And if you switch it to this mode, it uses a lot more ammo. But as you can see, it's a shotgun. He doesn't stream, he makes videos. I stand corrected. I'm wasting ammo using that mode. I think there's a way into there. Let me see, is that a door? I think there's a way... Hey, active camouflage. First suit module of this playthrough. There we go. No, there's no way into there. Dang. We tried. He didn't even see me. They heard me though, so that alerted them. Okay, let's see. I hate this part. It just makes you stop. Do I have the bubble shield yet? I don't. Dang it. They didn't even notice me until I started shooting. Cool. A secret's revealed. Yeehaw. Okay, I know somewhere... There it is, right there. I knew somewhere along here there was a backpack full of ammo. Which is useful because that ups my ammo capacity significantly. I actually believe, if I remember right, I modified the backpack of ammo. No, I modified the values of the base. There we go. Camouflage deactivated. Now I can see myself again. But yeah, now I can turn that on and off whenever I want. Dang it, I had to reload. The camouflage, even though it doesn't always, like, keep you from being seen, it does reduce the enemy's accuracy. So sometimes their attacks and stuff will miss. Like that guy was just aiming in the middle of nowhere as you saw him. They'll do that. Oh, hello, Baron. Oh, good grief. And I'm in a corner. Okay, he's dead. Let me see. There we go. I forgot to showcase this. So I do have a couple mods I added as tertiary mods. I forgot to showcase these. So I'm looking at incorporating these into the full mod eventually. They are part of the community. This one is from... I want to say it's from Nash. So it's one of those used with credit. It's a double jump, which allows you to double jump. I got the permission from Slow Mo Bullet Time to use his mod. So once we get into some more enemies, I'll demonstrate that. That will be another suit module. And the reason I haven't incorporated it into the mod yet is because of the fact is because of the fact there's some options on it that allow you to turn it on for an unlimited amount of time. And I really need a, like, much more trimmed down version of it that only allows you to use it for, like, as long as I'm using it right now, which is, like, what? A few seconds. And then it expires. Hey, another invisibility module. But yeah, I'm looking at adding a few more suit modules as well, so that's coming down the pike as well. There's a few more power-ups in Doom that, well, there's a few more power-ups in the Z-Doom engine that aren't utilized in Doom, mainly ones from Hexen and Heretic. Like, for example, the BFL's Ultimate Fire has a fear-invoking one that makes enemies run from you. I'm thinking about making a power-up that allows that. It won't be a suit module, though. That one's going to be a straight-up just power-up. Because having a fear-invoking module, it just seems like that would be a little bit OP, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking at adding the slow-mo bullet time, but a much more trimmed down version of it eventually into the mod. So I didn't entirely like make this by myself. I had worked with a team of a few people that contributed here and there, but most of it was, you know, me working on it and saying, hey, do you want to help? And I coordinated the most part of it, and they were like, yeah, I have spare time, I'll help you out with it, or no, I don't. And so it was one of those things where I kind of took all the help I could get, but what I couldn't get made up for with what I could do myself. So like I said, the weapons are stuff that I programmed by myself and whatnot, and a lot of the weapon sprites and stuff, like this, for example, was 5 sprites when I got it off of the community, but ended up making like 30 extra sprites for it to fire and stuff, so I tried to get creative with like how I use the sprites and stuff, because, you know, I didn't want to just make it another one where I was, you know, a lot of beginner entry-level modders will just take resources from the community, rip them, don't give credit or anything like that. And I'm one of those people where, you know, if anybody uses my mod, I want them to give credit. And so I'm one of those people who every single time a community resource was used, I was like, hey dude, you know, I want to use this part of your mod, can I use it? And they were either, you know, yeah or no, and I never really got a no. They were just like, hey, just give credit. That is a normal Cacodemon. Dang it, we haven't run into any of the variants lately. Night vision module though, that'll be useful. Where's the secret room? Here we go. Finally, we get the bubble shield. No, it wasn't the bubble shield. Drat. It was the invisibility module again. Alas, what can you do? I'm at such high health at this point, though, that he didn't even notice me until I started shooting at him. Let's end this guy quickly. There we go. There we go. Turn that off. Get up here. Whew! Okay, there's nothing there. Whoa! I forgot that guy was there. Holy cow. Why are you throwing all the mama Cacodemons at me? Excuse me? That was a perfect example of what the mama Cacodemon's supposed to do when she's not shoved against a wall. And the babies don't die instantly. She spits them all out at you. I think we've got the red, we've got the blue key, so now all we've got to do is, not that way. This level's a maze. If you're not paying attention to where you're going. Let's see. I believe it's this way. There's a Baron over here, I think. Nope. We're good. There's going to be 2 in here, so... Oh, I forgot that's actually kind of a weak weapon. There we go. There's going to be some soldiers in here. Okay. All I did to the chainsaw, so I want to make more melee weapons for the mod. For the chainsaw, I made it bob, and I made it smoother by making it faster. It's one of those things where it's not particularly interesting. Oh, boy. I want the big shotgun. Oh, boy. Hello. There's gonna be baby cacodemons flying everywhere. Good grief. Hello. Goodbye. Get out of my face. Wow, that part actually kind of gave me a run for my money. They were coming fast and hard there. Whew! Goodness. Just gonna climb my way up here. Get out of here. I think the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm actually probably going to, let's see. I may actually do a nightmare run through. We're getting through this a little bit too easily. Go up here. Just get it done with. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, we made it through. This level's got a lot of enemies in it. I did that. It's kind of unfortunate, but sometimes it's easy to mess that up and accidentally grenade when you do the iron sight. The way that the grenade launch works is the same way as the double barrel shotguns, both barrel fire works. So you click both buttons at the same time and it will do the grenade. Actually, this will be a perfect time to get these lost souls out of here. There we go. At least dwindle them down. I'm going to need this here for a minute. I need to also, like, so for the, oh no! Oh, I'm gonna get it anyway. Health, and lots of it. I need to make, like, different sounds for the different cacodemons, too. So the mother cacodemon is, in this lore, meant to be the female variant of the cacodemon. And so I need to actually make a separate sound for that one, but that will come in time. I haven't even pushed the update with the Mama Cacodemon and the... I think I pushed the update with the Pinata Caco to the GitHub, but I haven't really pushed a whole lot of anything to the GitHub lately. So I need to actually get on top of that because there's some people out there that have shown interest in actually playing the mod. So let's get the shotgun back out here. I hate lost souls with a passion. They're obnoxious. The faster you can get rid of them, the better. Exclusive stream? What do you mean, Ashwin? Get out here, imp. There's a chainsaw behind this wall, but I literally don't need it. Just getting that for the secret. But yeah, I don't know, I want to try and get one of my buddies from, like, I worked as a dev, well, it didn't work. I volunteered as a dev on the Project Brutality team for a little bit. I want to see if there's this guy named Carrot that goes by that name that does awesome sprite work, and if he's not too busy, it would be really cool to see if he could do a chainsaw sprite for me or something, and so we can actually get that chainsaw looking more spruced up. Because like I said, right now, the chainsaw is literally just a sped up version of itself, so it looks a little smoother, but I don't know. We'll figure that out in time. everything in its own due time. Like I said, my priority right now, because of the fact that I've got 2 weapons in each slot, I think I do. I'm pretty sure. I kind of just am at the point where I'm trying to work on more monster variants. Okay, this guy is not dying because he's lost soldier in my way. Get out of here. That was the guy I was trying to kill. Oh, I hate these guys. Those guys go invisible. So they'll shoot you a couple times, then they'll go invisible and pop up behind you or something. I got them off Realm 667, and then modified them to do... I believe I modified them to go semi-transparent instead of fully invisible when they do their attacking frames. Because they were... Oh my gosh, he is... Oh, I don't have the bubble shield. Crap. He almost took me out. I made them a little bit easier to... Okay, this guy's going to be a godsend once I get him killed. Easter egg enemy. There we go. Oh, I'm alive. Goodness gracious. Another one. Whoa! Holy crap. This level's just full of surprises, I suppose. Goodness gracious. Now I'm sitting pretty for health, so that's good. Let's find our way out of here now. Good grief. I think, if I remember correctly, Project Brutality is getting on 3.0 at this point. I have not been active with them for a long time. Nothing to do with anything in particular. I've just been focusing on school and stuff. I need to get in one of their Sunday dev meetings again someday. Last time I was in a meeting, they were entirely redoing the AI for monsters and entirely redoing the... Yes! A good rocket launcher. Entirely redoing the hit scan indication for the grid, or the gore. So that was a year ago. I know that they were like just starting to get the public beta of 3.0 out at that point. But I know 3.0 was looking pretty sick. I actually made a fork of the GitHub back when I was working on it, and I was pushing some updates here and there. I don't know if they removed it, but I ended up... So with the Desert Eagles on Project Brutality, I don't know what they did to them since, but back in 2.0, there was a dual wielding mechanic for the Desert Eagles, and the issue that I was having with the dual wielding mechanic was, so the Desert Eagle itself. Actually, I'm not even following my own advice here. But the Desert Eagle itself has a centered slide, which I was taking to the thought that the shell would eject to the side which your hand was shooting, which I don't even do here, as I didn't even follow my own advice here, because I was expecting, the recoil would go towards the hand that you're shooting with. So when I was doing the dual wielding, instead of the shells crossing each other through the middle, I had them go out the sides. So that was one of the updates I pushed. The MP40, I believe, got removed from Project Brutality. But before it got removed, they had I'm this type of OCD person that does minor modifications like this, but they had an error on how historically the weapon's bolt operated. They had the gun as a closed bolt system, so in other words, the bolt's closed, it opens, chambers around, and fires like many automatic firearms do now with a blowback system. The MP40 historically, correctly, was what's called an open bolt system. So what would happen is that the bolt would close, and simultaneously as the bolt is closing, it would chamber around and fire it. And so I ended up fixing that by adjusting some sprite work and stuff like that for them. I did some minor contributions, stuff like that. And, you know, in June of, like, I think it was 2018, I used to play this old DOS game called Biomenace. And I was like, well, what if I made a total conversion for this game called Biomenace? And that kind of catapulted me into this project. And it was funny because the Demon's Bane, so this guy right here, started out as something I was trying to make an SMG out of. And then all of a sudden I was like, that looks like, it literally looked like a bottle at first. But I was like, that looks like the frame of a shotgun. So I ended up making the engraving on it, and it was super rudimentary. I don't even think I have the sprite anymore. I was stupid, and when I needed more space, deleted my whole project resource folder way back when. It might be in one of the previous builds in the GitHub. I would not be surprised. The really rough versions of it were probably in the historic builds, so like the earliest builds. But in short, it was just really rough, and so all of a sudden, you know, I made this lore around this gun and called it the Demon's Bane. And it went from a Biomenace total conversion to, I was like, well, what if I made something like Supernatural or something where it's post-apocalyptia? And, you know, I kind of came to figure, oh great, that's going to go slow now because it registered that I was under it. I came to figure that, like, there's too many post-apocalyptic Doom mods. And so, you know, when you see, let me show you this, when you see these classes here, I came up with a totally different story, and it's gonna be polarizing with the Doom community, especially for the hardcore fans that think Doom Marine is infallible. But if you can kind of imagine Cortana in Halo 4's rampancy, and apply that to how he saved humanity so many times, he gets into this mode of just pure insanity and rampancy and decides he doesn't want to save humanity anymore. And instead of actually doing his job at the UAC in one of his incarnations, hits a distress beacon and locks himself in a bunker waiting for whoever comes to kill them, pretty much. And pretty much just goes haywire on the base. And in response to the distress beacon, I based it off of an actual constellation, and the constellation Vela has the nearest possibly inhabited planet, or habitable planet, and I made this alien race up that decides to intervene, who, yes, we're getting into ancient alien territory, helped humans start, and they decide, okay, we need to breach our don't contact unless they're facing extinction thing, and they go and help try and clean up the UAC because human race is finally facing extinction. And the whole premise of the game is that you get into the Delta sector of, I'm going to make a map pack and everything eventually, but you get into the unethical sector of the base. Doom Marine locks himself in there. I am lost. Doom Marine locks himself in the Delta sector of the base. You end up crashing your ship as one of the Strike Force of 5 that goes into it. And all your suit modules are lost. That's why you see the suit modules scattered along. I am literally going in circles right now. Oh, wait. I know where to go. And you eventually will run into Doom Marine halfway through the game if you go through a myriad of enemies and stuff like that, and you fight your way to him. And the whole premise is that you have to clean up the base. If you fight him and you are able to lower his health down to 0, he becomes a invulnerable companion to the end of the game to help you fight off a second icon of sin that happens to be formed during this thing where he decides not to save humanity. Or if you decide not to go get him, or you bypass him by accident, he becomes the final boss of the game. And it's this epic showdown. So that's the premise of the mod. I've still got to refine the lore and stuff. Each character is going to have backstory and stuff like that. I'm looking at doing like terminals and stuff with lore and stuff if I can figure out a way to do that. But it's going to be kind of a more story-centric Doom mod over time, with all the fancy footwork and the weapons and the monsters and stuff like that. And so that's the whole reason why the weapons are more overpowered in this one, is because in the time that Doom Marine just kind of let the thing run its course, more powerful demons have come and taken over the UAC than before. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of polarizing, kind of weird, and I have no idea where this red key is. So I hate this level, and I need to get out of it, so we're going to do it the easy way. Map E2, map 7. No use running around in circles. Hey, this is one of my favorite songs in the game. But that's the long short of the lore. But how I'm going to execute that is still kind of up in the air. Honestly, it's something that I could turn into its own video game if I had the resources and I replaced a few key characters with stuff that wasn't Doom related. But I don't know. I'm a psychologist, not a game dev. But with what I have, I could probably do it and get a team going, and I don't know. That's a lot to undertake. Somewhere in here. Get out of here, stupid thing. Somewhere there's a secret. No. Oh, it's right here. There we go. But yeah, that was the grandiose vision that I had for this mod. It's just a matter of working it and getting it going. This is a revision of the original rocket launcher. This is not the Annihilator, but it fires smoother, sprite-wise, and it has a better sound, in my opinion. The sounds came from Magma Cow, which came apparently from video games and stuff, but I ended up layering a lot and doing a lot of stuff with that. So yeah. Just punch some enemies to death. Get out of here. So yesterday, I did something, I think Bro Izzy was on here, and I actually did something that was fairly comical. I'm going to actually, I think, do that again really quick, just to toss things up. I'm going to put it on the transition really quick, but I'm still here. I'm going to actually get Chuck's quest up because it's pretty actually comical to see these weapons with such a weird mod, an obscure mod. So I'm going to do this, and we're going to get Chuck's quest 3, play the game.
Boom, boom.
Now let's see if we can get it to hook immediately. It always has issues hooking, so just a minute. It might take it a hot minute to get itself figured out, but display options, full screen, yes. Then go over here. Oh, come on, you. I know you want to. There we go. Good. Time to toss it up a bit. I was getting to the point where Doom was getting a little bit repetitive, and so we're going to do something a little bit different just to actually we're going to do it with the commando on Terror in Czech City, and we're going to do it in Nightmare mode, or at least this game's version of Nightmare mode. Oh my gosh, and there's the metal soundtrack too. It's not even Chuck's Quest music. This is different. We've got 41 enemies, so Oh, one of the Check's quest weapons apparently leaked through. That's interesting. Oh, somebody left. But yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with the lore and stuff and how to make it into its own thing. And come on. Jeepers, those guys are hardy. I forgot the enemies respawn in nightmare mode, so it's gonna be crazy in the later levels, I think. Bro, Izzy, you still around? I'm just curious because your Ubuntu situation was slightly unique, and I'm actually kind of wondering if you found out any resolution to getting the Linux thing to work. Here, we're gonna do this.
Boom boom.
So we are going to go back to automatically, like almost instantly, viewers like popped. So we're gonna go back and we're actually gonna play Sigil, which is John Romero's mod. We're gonna full screen that and his map pack, because I think that would be fun to go through. Commando, and we're gonna try out Sigil because it is, whoa, I was facing the floor there. Here we are, we're in Sigil, running the Velanian Crisis at this point. So let's check it out. So what weapons did I start with? I did not start with the assault rifle. That sucks. But we'll make it through. Made it. Oh! How much ammo do I got? None! Ha! Well, I guess that's life. That moment you ask the question, you get a prompt answer. It's nice. Somebody's shooting at me. Get out of here. Oh, I heard a lost soul. Go away. Okay, I believe there's another thing I have to shoot here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Up we go. We're gonna rip and tear through Sigil for a bit, and then I think I'm gonna call it a day. Let's see, where am I going? Right there. But yeah, this is John Romero's Sigil. It's kind of his take on what would be the perfect episode 4. In Doom, episode 4 was kind of polarizing, just because it was it just wasn't the best. The mappers changed, and there was a massive, like, it was massively different than the other episodes. And there were portions of episode 4 that really, even for a Doom game, were not fair. I'm gonna be real with that. I'm gonna die. Actually, we're at an hour, And I'm going to actually wrap it up at this point, folks. So I just wanted to say thank you all for watching. And I hope you guys have a good one. I'll be back on later today. I'm just going to hop off for now and finish up my World Religions homework, and I'll be back on. Have a good one, guys.